Hi everyone, let's do a pick a card today for your love interest. So I have two decks here and I'm going to choose one card from each deck. So from this deck we have the King of Bricks, which is the King of Pentacles. And we'll get one from this deck. And from this deck, we have the 10 of Cups. So take a moment to decide which card you're most intuitively drawn to. Again, there's the King of Bricks and the 10 of Cups. And for some of you, you may be drawn to both. So that's okay. Go ahead and feel free to listen to both if you're so inclined. So there will be timestamps down below, one for the King of Bricks and one for the 10 of Cups, and I will see you in your reading. So for those of you who chose the King of Bricks or the King of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. So let's see about this person who is your love interest. Let's see what else wants to come out. So the the 7 of cans or the 7 of cups just flipped over. So it may be that there might be some confusion surrounding this particular relationship. Maybe you're not sure which way to go. So there's the 4 of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Hermit, oh, this had 2 pop out. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups falling in this position. So we'll take that. 3 of Wands, the Moon, 9 of Wands, the High Priestess. Underneath the deck, we have the Emperor. So with the Emperor being underneath the deck for this particular love reading, it's giving me the impression that perhaps there's some kind of a power struggle that exists between the two of you. And I just saw 222 as I said that. It does feel like there is more of a need to believe in this relationship and less of a need to control it or to control the outcome. So perhaps one or both of you is really trying to control the situation too much instead of just going with the flow. That's what I have so far with this Emperor. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, but that's not as important as the fact that this can be someone who really wants to control the outcome. They're very attached to what the outcome will be instead of just believing in the relationship itself and going with the flow. So that may be causing some confusion for some people, which may be why we saw the 7 of Cups. Because if there's someone who's trying to control, or if both of you are struggling to control the situation, that is most likely going to create some confusion within the relationship. So, and then I'm seeing the Moon as the central energy between the two of you. And this is really saying that there is, again, a lot of confusion surrounding this relationship, and that in order for this to maybe go more smoothly, because right now I'm feeling like it's not really going that smoothly, because we're seeing so much as far as confusion and fear and being kept in the dark about things. So again, I'm feeling like there's almost like a power struggle going on here. But I do think that there is a need with this Moon to really face that and maybe make some more positive changes within the relationship. But I think with this Moon and the Emperor, we're seeing a lot of major arcana so far. It does feel like perhaps this relationship is transforming. It's ascending somehow. It's evolving somehow. But we'll see as we go. So your person is showing up as the 3 of Wands. And this is really telling me that your person is very interested in the evolution of this relationship. Like I was just saying, that it feels like it's evolving and your person is just kind of patiently waiting for that to happen. Because they're showing up as this 3 of Wands, I do kind of get the sense that they are feeling a bit abandoned in the situation. They're feeling left out of something. It's like they're standing on the shore waiting for you to return is what I'm really getting from that. So I feel like they're feeling a little bit helpless which may be why they're trying to control the situation. And look at this. Right underneath the Emperor is the Empress. And this is what I was talking about, this high level evolution, this ascension that may be going on in this relationship. But there is a need to just relax and go with the flow and trust in the whole process. But I do feel like your person is feeling a bit left out right now. So whatever the history is, if you were forced to walk away from this person, if you did leave them out in the cold, so to speak, I'm not seeing the Five of Pentacles, but this Three of Brooms is giving that same type of energy. But you're showing up as the Nine of Wands. And so this to me feels like you did set up some kind of a boundary with this person, that you're still here in the relationship. I can see that you're still dealing with each other in some capacity. You're still being pretty loyal to the situation. You're still relating to the situation. You may even still be somewhat believing in the situation, because I do see the Ace of Swords here, which we'll get to in a minute. But I do feel like you had to draw some kind of boundary with this person. So something might have happened between the two of you where you just decided you're not going to give them another second chance or whatever it is for you. But you set up a boundary and they are feeling left out. But they're waiting and they're hopeful. But right now, I don't think you're talking at all. And I think there's a lot of confusion between the two of you. It's like it's totally dark between the two of you, except I feel that you're still together in some capacity. So, but there is an Ace of Swords here, and I like it in this position because it's giving me the impression that there is still a healing aspect to this relationship, that if you would just talk to each other and cut through with this Ace of Swords, if you could cut through the darkness and the confusion of the moon, I feel that with just some conversations, this relationship would really improve and heal a lot. And I don't know, but I'm like hearing an instrument. Do one or both of you play an instrument? Is that relevant? Because I'm hearing music, and I don't usually get that. So anyway, I thought I would mention that. But I do think that there is some healing that's happening in this relationship. Maybe you're connected through music. Make that make sense for you. So, but your person is seeing you as just not being interested whatsoever in them. And I think that's why they're feeling left out. I think that perhaps you used to be around them. You used to give them a lot of attention. You probably used to be very attracted to them. That kind of energy where now it feels like you're just kind of disinterested, or like that's how they're seeing you. And it may be because you had to set up this boundary here. But you're seeing them as the Ace of Cups. And so this is really telling me that you're still seeing them as your person, but you know that there's more healing that needs to be done. The aces are generally about healing. And so I do get the sense that you know in your heart that this is your person, but you also know that you can't take this person the way that they've been coming towards you in this relationship. That it feels like whatever reason you had to draw the boundary, perhaps it was one-sided, perhaps they weren't giving you themselves fully. And so I do feel like whatever that was, you know that needs to be fixed before you can take them back. So your person is feeling very excited about you, though. They're trying to keep their vibration very high. And that's helpful when you see the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands is about bringing in your manifestations and expanding your vibes out into the quantum field to be able to get the things that you're trying to manifest. And so with the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, I do feel like they're really trying very hard to hold on to this opportunity that they were given with you. But this Three of Cups is saying that they're really trying to stay very optimistic, which I think is what it's going to take. And I think because they're holding their vibration really high, even though they're feeling abandoned, I think that's when they're going to see their payoff. They're going to see the advancement in this relationship. And that's what I was saying, that it feels like it needs to ascend or it needs to evolve. And it feels like your person is really trying hard to do that. You are still waiting. You're still using your intuition with this with the High Priestess here. I do feel like you are still just trying to hang back by yourself. You've drawn these boundaries and now you're letting your intuition kind of tell you the full story. You're allowing your intuition to say, okay, what next? Do I take this person back? if they deceived you in the past, you're thinking, okay, I don't want to deceive myself now. So I want to really go with what my intuition is telling me, because there's too many illusions right now. We see the moon, we saw the Seven of Cups. There may be secrets that exist between the two of you. This person, you may have found out that this person was keeping secrets from you. And so that's where I feel like you're really going inward, especially because you have the Hermit and the High Priestess, that you're really going inward to get the answers so that you don't feel like you get duped again by this person. And so I feel like your ancestors are going to give you the messages that you need, because it looks like you're doing a lot of meditation. You're spending a lot of time on your own. And I think this is, again, why your person's feeling abandoned. But this is necessary for you and for the evolution of this relationship. But there is something or someone that your person is not talking to you about, because I keep being drawn to this King of Pentacles. So there's someone in your person's energy that they're really not talking to you about. And because it's King of Pentacles, I feel like it has something to do with their money or something they've invested in, or something that they're not being forthcoming with you about. Maybe it's the way they make their money. I can't tell, and it's going to be different for all of you. But there's something there that your person just hasn't told you about. And I think that's what you're picking up on, that there's something off in the energy. And secrets are never good in any relationship, regardless of what they are. I'm not getting a sense that this is some kind of an affair that they're having. I don't get that. But there's something or someone that you're not really privy to. So this could just be people in their world that they've not introduced you to. So make it make sense to you if you've not met their friends and it seems a little off, that you should have by now. Make that part make sense for you. But I do think that that person really needs to communicate with you and not just manifest you, that there's a need to really cut through this energy. And I think that you are right to really sit here and draw the boundaries and trust your intuition until this person can tell you the truth about whatever it is that they're holding back from you. Because we did see the moon and we did see the Seven of Cups, and I have to really consider that. But we do see the Emperor and the Empress together in the back of the deck, which I like to see in a love reading. But you're not there yet. This relationship still has to evolve in a lot of ways. So, but let's get some final advice for you to see the energies right now. So there's the Two of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So I think this is really saying what I had already said, especially with this Nine of Pentacles. Continue to spend time with yourself. Continue to be self-sustaining. Continue to take care of yourself, support yourself. Continue to draw your boundaries. And don't really pour a lot of energy or effort into this person. I feel like the potential is hugely here because we're seeing the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands, and this is your soulmate. We saw the Empress and the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Now we're seeing the Two of Cups. So I feel like this could be your person, and the potential is here. And we're seeing this green light, this yes from the universe. The Ace of Wands for me is a yes. But you can't do anything about that. The only thing you can do is to keep taking care of yourself and continue to draw those boundaries, because right now the onus is on your person to come and communicate with you whatever it is that they're keeping from you. So let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. That is your reading for those who chose the King of Pentacles. So for those of you who chose the Ten of Cups, this is going to be your reading for the person, your love interest, for the person that you are in a relationship with or have an interest in. The Page of Wands just wanted to flip out too, so we'll take that. So let's see what else wants to come out. So there's the Six of Wands, the Empress, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords, Ten of Wands. Underneath everything is the Seven of Wands. And when I see the Seven of Wands underneath everything, it's really giving me this impression that you have a lot of defenses up, that you're feeling perhaps like there's blockages in this relationship and it's keeping you from really going forward with this. So you might have your own reasons for that. I'm starting to already get a sense of what's happening here just based on the cards that we've already drawn. But it feels like you're putting up like a really tough exterior with this person. And I feel like it's coming from your side, but we'll get into that in a minute. But it feels like you're really not allowing this person to come into your energy fully, or perhaps into your heart space fully. So let's see what all that means. But the energy that's existing between the two of you is an Ace of Cups. So it does feel like there's a lot of heartfelt communication going on between the two of you. It even feels like there's a lot of love going on between the two of you. It feels very lighthearted with this Ace of Cups. The way you approach each other, the way that you present yourself to this person is in a very lighthearted and very loving kind of a way. But it does feel like you are not all in, because you're getting the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands here. And the Seven of Swords is on your side. So I think that you are being somewhat deceitful to this person. And what I mean by that, I don't mean that you're cheating on them necessarily, although for some of you, you could be. But I don't get that necessarily. What I'm getting is you're kind of deceiving this person into thinking you're more interested than you actually are, which I think is why we're seeing that Seven of Wands here too, is that you're not being authentic with this Ace of Cups. For some reason, you're presenting yourself to this person in a way that you want them to, I can't tell yet. We have to keep going. This is tricky for me because it's so competing energies and it's coming from your side. And I want to jump ahead and say that you're also feeling a 10 of Wands. Like this relationship is just way overwhelming for you. And so there may be something here that you just weren't ready to be in a relationship, that maybe you really want this to be your person. You really want this to work out. But yet you have your own things that you're dealing with. You could have secrets or things you're concealing from this person. You may or may not. Or it could just be that you're not ready for this relationship. You're not healed perhaps from a previous one and you really just want this to work. But I can already tell that that kind of inauthenticity, it's not, you can't trick yourself. You might be tricking this person, but you're not tricking yourself is what I'm getting. But your person really is very eager to be here. Your person has 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Page of Wands on their side. And so I do get the impression that your person really, really, really wants to make this work. And I think that they're trying to support, they may suspect that you're coming in a way that's not authentic. But I actually don't think they do. I don't think that they suspect that at all because they see you as a Page of Wands. I think they see the two of you as equals because of the way that you're bringing yourself into this relationship, because of the way you're presenting this lighthearted, the Six of Wands, the very energetic, this is making me very happy kind of energy that you're bringing. So they think that you're more healed than you are, is what I have there. And obviously feel free to flip these if you think we're talking about your person instead of you. But I am getting in this case, the way I drew it is for you, but cross watchers or make it work. So they are very eager to make this work. They understand the potential. And I think that they think that you do too, that you understand this potential. And maybe you do. That could be true. That could be very true that you understand the potential of this relationship, but I think you're just not ready. You're just not being honest. And so you're purposefully throwing up roadblocks, or you're purposefully throwing up some kind of blockages in this relationship, or throwing monkey wrenches in it so that it won't move forward, because you're deceiving yourself that this is what you actually want. So make that make sense for you. But your person is really feeling deeply about you. They're feeling this Two of Cups energy. And I think that it feels like this is a new-ish relationship. I don't get a sense that there's any amount of history here at all, that this is someone that you're kind of embarking on this new thing with, but they're really falling in love, that they're really feeling very elevated when they're around you. They're kind of savoring every moment that they're with you or every moment that they're talking to you. And because I think that they love you more than they're letting on, because what they're hiding from you is a 10 of Cups. So I do think that they love you a whole lot more than you even recognize, but they're not telling you that. Probably because it's too soon in the relationship to do that. But this person is absolutely crazy about you. And it's interesting because you see them as the Empress. And so that really tells me that you're seeing them as the same way that they're seeing you, that you know that this could be your person. This could be your soulmate even. We're seeing the Empress and the Two of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So it's an interesting dichotomy of energy here where it feels like you know this is your person, so you're trying so hard to make this work. But there's something here about you deceiving yourself, that it's going to be too much work until you do the heart healing. So maybe there was something in your past recently that really hurt you. And so you're not quite ready to put yourself in 100% into this relationship. But the potential is here. So it's a tricky one. But you are holding back a 9 of Pentacles. And that means you want to be single. You want to do the healing. You want to spend time by yourself right now. You want to be free to be you, and you want to strategize your own life and figure out how to take care of yourself, because maybe you didn't get a chance to do that. Maybe you left a really bad situation and then met this person who you know is your person, but the timing was just all wrong. And so that's what I'm getting, is that it really feels like this could potentially be your person, but it's not the right time. So let's get you some advice, because this is such a tricky one. So there's the Page of Swords. So there's another page, the Knight of Cups, and there's the Three of Swords. So this is really confirming. Oh, but I want to show you this too. We have Justice underneath. It's another major arcana, which is saying, and there's some healing with the Four of Cups, and there's Temperance wanted to pop out too. So let's start with this, because this is really telling me that this is your person. It could be your person, but they're really, it's not the right time, in the sense that there's the Three of Swords that showed up front and center. And this is confirming what I was getting, that there is healing in your heart that still needs to be done. Your heart is still broken based on another situation. And there is a need for you to really repair that on your own before you jump into another relationship. But we are getting this Page of Swords and Knight of Cups. And this again is saying that your person is ready for action. Your person is healed and ready to jump into this relationship. But you're not. But your heart needs to still heal with this Knight of Cups. But you know this is your person. You know you love this person. You have a lot of love for this person, but your heart's not ready for it. And so I do think, though, that the universe really wants to help in this situation, because we did see these three cards. Oh, look at that. And there's the Four of Swords, more healing. So we're seeing Justice, the Four of Cups, and Temperance. So this really means that the universe wants to come in and help you balance this. So just to do your healing, Temperance is my card for the angels. So the angels are here. Your angels are here. Everybody wants to see you do this healing and transformative work. So I think with just a little patience, which sometimes Justice can be that too, is balancing out the energies, you will be able to eventually catch up to your person. I do get the sense, because your person has so much love for you and there's so much potential here, that they probably will wait for you. And this Justice is telling me that too, that they will wait for you to do that healing, so you don't feel so overwhelmed and you don't feel like you have to deceive yourself or them, and letting them think that you're ready now when you're not. So the best energy coming through here, the best advice for you is to do that healing first, because this person will still be there for you when you're ready. This person has so much love for you that they're not going anywhere. But if you jump into this relationship now because you're afraid they're going to go somewhere, then it does look like it's going to end up in some kind of a disaster with the 7 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. But the potential is here. So if you do the healing, if you just take care of yourself for a while and not worry about this situation, if you really heal your heart and learn to trust yourself and learn to be on your own, then this relationship will really end up being a very beautiful thing. So there you go. So for those of you who chose the 10 of Cups, that is your reading for your love interest. Please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.